Last year we had a very small recruiting class with 4 guys coming in. We have a lot of new players on the team this year, so there's a lot of questions, and it's going to be very interesting to see how everything comes together. Guys have been working very hard in individual work up to this point, but they haven't played a game. They haven't done anything with live pitching, so today's always an interesting day, and I can't wait to the first day, particularly when you have this many guys that are new, to see who's going to get it done, who's going to step it up, because some guys step it up at that next level, sooner than others, and hopefully a lot of them do.
How much of an indicator can fall ball be for you when you're evaluating? I know you get practices before the season, obviously.
Well, it's big because we used to just practice for like 1 week in the fall, but now we practice 6 weeks. So the fact is that we don't practice as much in the spring because we kind of have a pretty good idea at the end of fall practice what our lineup's going to be in the spring, and kind of go with that. But at the same time, some guys change. Some guys step it up right when they get here. Some guys step it up after the fall practice. Some guys step it up after the freshman year or sophomore year. Or somebody like Charlton Jefferson stepped it up his senior year and really got a lot better. So, it's just interesting to see, how when they decide they can put it together and figure it out.
Johnny's one of your guys that you mentioned lost some guys, obviously, but Johnny's one of those guys that played a lot for you and did well. How much of a change will it be for him and make that adjustment to be in even more of a focal point?
I mean, Johnny's arguably, our best position player, for sure, one of them, returning, and he had a great. He played really good his freshman year, and he had a good sophomore year, and he had a really good junior year. So, and we're lucky he came back to school, and we're looking for him to be probably our third hitter, maybe, and not to put any pressure on him. But that's what I'm thinking anyway at this point. But the season's a long ways away. But from what we have returning, we need his leadership, and then we need him verbally to, help take charge and lead this club.
Is Chester out for the whole fall or just part of it?
He had a hernia operation yesterday, so he's out for the whole fall. So we could have waited after fall practice, but you know what? You just never know if there's going to be any type of complications or anything. And we could have done it in December, the first week of December, because then people on Thanksgiving are probably going to be out of town on holidays, so we go back to December, and then you got 6 weeks. Then it takes you to the second or third week of January, and all of a sudden we're starting practice. And if there was any complications, then it would have taken away from the spring. So we felt like it was best to go ahead and get it done. And even though he missed, this summer too with his foot injury.
What about Hammond? Are you counting him at all? Are you counting on him at all for this season? At some point, coming back? Or?
We're hoping so. Yeah, we're hoping so. And he's working hard. He's ahead of schedule, and we'd like for him to come back, of course. Yeah.
Anyone else that you'll miss during fall ball with injuries?
Amditas is a little limited with the surgery he had last year in throwing, but he'll still be catching it and not throwing a lot. I don't think there's anybody else that we're going to have, position player-wise, that won't be out there.
Can you speak more on him, just the talent of what he brings to you guys, especially that position?
Well, that's a position that we have pretty much no experience. Gomez caught very few last year with games with Zach here. And in pro ball, you catch 6 out of 7 days, so I gave him off Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and let him catch Wednesday. That's the days you play. So you can play every game as a catcher, at this level. So Joe didn't get a lot of at-bats, and then Sanchez missed his last year at junior college with a hand injury, and then Amditas is a rookie that missed his senior year. So we have the position right there. We got to do a lot of work with for those guys. There's going to be a big battle start today to win that position.
What about Tackett? What do you see for him? Where do you see him fitting in?
Well, Tackett was a junior college All-American and Player of the Year in the state of Florida, so he has really good credentials. And with that in mind, we think that he'll he's a guy that can hopefully fit somewhere right in the middle of that order and continue to do what he's done up to this time.
What about Bartow? Is he probably the closer now, or is this to be determined this fall?
Probably no. Both Bartow is the guy that we got penciled in. A lot of things can change between now and February. As I tell these guys, last year was last year. This year's a new year. It doesn't matter whether you're a freshman, junior, or senior, or walk-on, or whatever. It's the guys that get it done. It's the guys that will be playing it. So we've got to create a little bit of a battle going on, and we have that at all the positions. I think we have it at all the positions right now.
You mentioned that you lost a lot of players to the pros, to the major leagues. What do you expect from your seniors coming in and the freshman recruits, everyone new joining this team to kind of fill in?
Well, I expect and hope that they're going to really step it up. Some of them will step it up, sooner than others. But we have recruiting classes ranked in the top 20 in all the polls, and 13th or 14th is the recruiting classes. So some of those guys, and some guys will step it up faster than others. But those are guys we got to have. We got to have some young guys, or new guys getting here that's going to step it up and help us get it done.
What's the next step for Jesse in his development as a player? Obviously, great strides last year.
Well, he made great strides, and he did not pitch this summer, but he wouldn't have pitched even though he did have a little bit of an injury. But he's completely healthy, and he's just got to, now he's got to pitch ACC instead of pitching on Wednesdays. And the level of ACC ball is tough. It's like playing Florida State every week. I mean, there's some really, really good teams in this league, and it's a battle.
Did Cabezas start this summer?
Cabezas pitched a little bit. We wanted him to pitch and get kind of his feet wet. He went to the Cape Cod League and pitched and did pretty well. And got away from home. We felt like that was important for him too, just growing up and maturing process. And he's a guy that, when we came here, we thought he would be one of our top pitchers in the near future.
And kind of saying to Jesse, what's kind of next for him to take that take a jump?
He's got to pitch and prove he can beat better teams now. And ACC, there are better teams than what he's pitched against. But he did a great job what he did. And in order for you to have an RPI like we did, your Wednesday guy's got to be good too. And he had an outstanding season.